the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed, laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Join us at East Coast Wings and Grill. Enjoy 75 tasty flavors of buffalo wings, fresh salads, burgers, and a variety of delicious dishes. Experience a family-friendly atmosphere you can't get anywhere else. Fresh, family, fun.
Hudson Auto Works is conveniently located off of Highway 29, 812 Post Street, Greensboro, North Carolina. Our beautiful 15,000 square feet facility is home to 21 highly trained professionals offering used car sales, collision repair, automotive detailing, and the best customer service you won't find anywhere else. Visit us at www.hudsonautoworks.com or call us at 336-772-0685.
Get your business noticed with quality vinyl vehicle wraps from Rooster Sign Service. Rooster Sign Service has been providing truck lettering and quality printed vehicle graphics for over 50 years. Now they offer premium digital printing wraps for all types of vehicles. Add a new element of energy to your company's image. Get more mileage out of your business-to-business advertising by wrapping your vehicle into a moving billboard from Rooster Sign Service. Rooster Sign Service in Greensboro, where you can get wrapped and get noticed.
Amidst a historic chase for victory and for our points leader in the Pitwall Podcast Stock Car Tour, we've taken it to NASCAR's most historic racing track for 125 laps of late model action. We welcome you all here on Elevated TV to the Ruth Signs 125 from Wilkes County, North Carolina. This is the North Wilkesboro Speedway, and in collaboration with Fireball Talks NASCAR, the action we brought to you tonight in living color as drivers still have over 15 minutes left on the practice charts. Still a lot of time to go as drivers continue to register for tonight's action. Top 3 goes as follows. Number 84 machine at the top of the board. That is going to be Cody Pace just ahead of Ross Dalton. And in third is Jordan Blair on the timing sheets. Practice is still on its way, so a lot to learn about who's going to be fast and who might not have it tonight. But that's going to be, of course, as the night progresses here. Track right now mostly empty. A lot of the front runners up to pit road. And right now, looks like only a few on the circuit. 11 drivers have registered in tonight's session so far. Looking to get a few more than that before the racing gets on its way. Great to have you all here on Elevated TV. If you've known me, well, you might know I broadcasted the first 2 races of the season, and otherwise, Fireball Talks NASCAR, my usual home. Great to have you all today here on Elevated. However, I'll be your host for tonight's broadcast as we get things going. David Kreutz alongside you with all the action here, producing and commentating tonight's show, and this series has been fantastic, especially as of recent. Got the pleasure to call a season opener and a second race after that, but ever since then, the race has gotten even better, and one man's been at the top of the charts every single night, it appears. Blake Thronberg has won 4 races in a row, looking for 5 when it comes down to the night's racing, so we could see a 5-time repeat winner, which would be the all-time record mark by a wide margin. First season, of course, here in the Pitwall Podcast Stock Car Tour, so setting that record early as Blake makes it onto the track for the very first time tonight. The number 22 winning 4 consecutive races coming into the night, most recently at Myrtle Beach, looking to do it all over again, warming up the tires and getting ready to go, and it looks like now going to be on the track at the high side, continuing to warm them up. Cody Pace right now is the fastest man on the track, but that number 84 Zinn machine is on pit road. Ross Dalton is second fastest. He's almost tied with Cody Pace's fastest lap. They're separated by less than 1,000 of a second here, so those 2 drivers are very, very quick tonight, and if there's anyone who can break through and get it done compared to a guy like Blake Thronberg, I think one of the best chances for anyone in the field would be Ross Dalton right now. Of course, he finds himself in the second spot on the board. We saw him run very good earlier in the season before Blake took over and won race after race after race, and tonight I know the drivers are as hungry as they can get. They want this win, they want to take it away and maybe even give a chance at a fight in the title race, because right now Blake is running away, and it really is going to come down to whether or not these drivers can step up and maybe make something happen as the rounds go on. Only 15 drivers make it into the main race as always, max of 17 with our provisionals for Ethan Johnson and Austin Bird, but right now those 2 are going to be locked in already. Only 12 registered for the race, so we should not have an issue of qualifying tonight. And as we go through this time by 11 minutes and 35 seconds on the board, still remaining here in practice. 125 laps, going to be the same set of tire for every driver as the night goes on. Only 1 fast repair, and even then, no halfway break. So we could see this race go all the way under green, which wouldn't be a surprise, not having a lot of cautions as of recent in this league. I believe last week in Indianapolis Raceway Park, we found ourselves with only 1 yellow, and that was Cody Deemers on the call last week, now handing it over to me, and I'm hoping to see a great race just like that. The late models produce some great action, and when drivers are clean, it can become even better. That's what takes a good race and makes it a great one. Clean racing makes the difference, and right now these drivers are in a rhythm this season, getting much better each and every time out, and that hopes to be the case, as it looks like now Brian Rose going to be on the track, and Brian in the gold number 12 machine going to be there with a 12th spot himself, 4/10 of a second back on your overall practice leader in Cody Pace. Blake Thronberg is going to be able to take it up into 7th right now, so not where he wants to be, knowing how successful he's been as of recent, but number 22 machine still only 4 practice laps. Everyone else in this practice session, save for Brian Rose, at least has 13. So right now Blake is still getting himself a bit more accustomed to the circuit, hoping to get a bit faster here. Fastest lap is an 18.498 set by Cody Pace and Ross Dalton respectively. Right now Blake is going to be a 10th of a second off, but finds himself in 7th as Dave Bischner goes fastest, and now Dave in the number 3 machine blows the motor immediately after, but just like that, Dave will be the quickest with a 18.486 rocket ship there. The number 3 is now up to the top with Gary Ledbetter in 5th. In that number 32 machine, drivers are still going up and down the order, getting ready for tonight's racing, and another one's going to come through in Gary Ledbetter, making his way around the track in that Chevy Camaro. The number 32's at the line yet again, and for Gary, that's going to be a 18.563, almost as quick as his fastest, but a few hundredths of a second off, so not enough that time by to make any improvement. Let's ride on board with a driver who's going around the track, Jordan Blair, currently 4th on the order, so let's find out what's going on inside the cockpit. Looks like now coming down to pit road for Jordan Blair, and he's going to stop it, so let's find another. Looks like right now, number 22 machine, Blake Thronberg, is on the track, and we'll take a look inside the cockpit of your 4-time defending winner coming in tonight. As we take a look around the cockpit here, you can see the helmet. He's going to back it up to Ross Dalton. They're going to run into each other, and gets a nearly dead stop there for Blake, and he's going to back off the track as soon as we take a look. Now on pit road, still in the car, just took a work out, so looks like the number 22 we're not going to be riding on board with. How about another driver? And it will be this time the number 16 machine of Austin Bird. Austin's on the track as it stands and gets in the grass a bit, but keeps it going. Currently 8th on the order, so let's take a lap on board. And as you can see with that lap on board here with Austin Bird, the number 16 machine bumping up all over the racetrack. Doesn't matter where you are, the high side or the low, nothing is stable, and the drivers are feeling it every time they go around. Very hard track to navigate because these bumps are getting older and older and bigger. North Wilkesboro Speedway has not been repaved since 1980, and as a result, drivers are feeling the track surface that much more than ever before. And there are plans, as a matter of fact, to repave the circuit in the coming years, but right now, still the same character and charm the track's had for over 4 decades now. Ross Dalton back to the top. He's 1,000th of a second ahead of Cody Pace. Dave Bischner gets put back into 3rd, and just like that, it's going to be Ross up on the high side trying to warm up those tires in his Cadillac number 50. Ross Dalton going to be back on the move there in the number 50 machine. It's going to be Cody Pace then in 2nd. Dave Bischner going to be 3rd right now. And Pace just made a pass on the number 84 for a brief moment. It looked like it would be contention for Ryan Nowicki, but Ryan backs out. And now Cody Pace going to find himself with a bit of clean racetrack. Looking on board with the number 84 Cody Pace. Let's find out what's on board as Cody takes it through a lap. And coming down to pit road this time by for the number 84 of Cody Pace. Not much more going to come of this lap as he gets it down to pit road and will respawn, get that fast repair immediately, and get back on the way. Drivers coming down after a few laps trying to get those short runs in as opposed to going long. Right now, the priority for a lot of these guys is getting a good qualifying lap in, knowing how big track position is at these short tracks. Short in distance, not a lot of room, and just like that, these drivers with 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining are going to be able to get a little more time in, maybe make some more improvements, but overall, looks like no major change. 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Still Ross Dalton, the fastest man, and that's the way it's gone to this point. And practice from Wilkes County, mostly uneventful here. Drivers just getting their bearings in. And after so many races this season already, almost, of course, coming down to the final few races of the campaign, these drivers know how each other race, but North Wilkesboro, a bit different. For almost 25 years, no use on this track in the real world. And then, with some help, not only for the first time in the late 2000s from Goodyear buying out the track rights to rename it, and then eventually the help from the iRacing community and especially Dale Earnhardt Jr. and those associated to him, this track came back to life, hosted the NASCAR Cup Series All-Star race and a Craftsman truck race as well, and now returning to form after decades of absence. And on iRacing, that's where it started. The laser scan of this track, as many know, the most realistic rendition of the circuit in any online simulator, which allows these drivers to really feel the challenges of this track. And right now, looks like warming up the tires before that hot lap is the move. You're seeing so many drivers now taking to it. Right now, Buddy Isles in the number 11 machine, he's doing it as well. He's 7th on the order right now, a 10th of a second off of the fastest man, and that's the way it's gone so far for Buddy, as they now have 4 minutes and 15 seconds left on the timing and scoring charts. Austin Bird going to be right there in position number 8. He's on pit road. Right now, very few drivers taking to the track at the same time. Jordan Blair right now going to be 5th, 39 thousandths of a second away from Ross Dalton's fast lap, and Blake Thronbrook takes it up into the 4th spot. Blake's going to be there now, only 24 thousandths of a second away, and now it looks like he'll go up to the high side to continue his patent-pending track tire warming activities. And a lot of drivers taking this tire warming very, very serious here at Wilkes County. Does not matter that it's the sun beaming down. These weather conditions are in the minds of the drivers. So let's take a look at the weather right now before things get any further. 74 degrees with very little humidity. So that is a very cool track temperature. Of course, coming from the air temp. Not much of a difference in iRacing. Only a few degrees at the most. And right now, 4 miles an hour wind coming from the east. So very, very fair Blair. Track conditions not even hitting the 80s right now, and that means that these drivers will have a bit more grip to work with, but they want to get those tires warm because cold tires do not hold grip. If you can get them at the right temperature before your fast lap, you'll be sure to get a lot much more out of the car, and that's been the way drivers have gotten their fastest laps a lot of time. It's a time-tested method here in iRacing, and drivers using it to their advantage. Right now, you're looking at Austin Bird, the number 16. He's right now 8th place on the board, and looks like he'll be firmly sitting inside the top 15 in case any other drivers opt to come out tonight. Looks like no worry for him, and he's going to be able to take another quick lap. That's Austin Bird back on the way as we've got ourselves 2 minutes and 29 seconds left on the charts. Ross Dalton still the fastest man to this Cadillac, 1,000th of a second ahead of Cody Pace, and Dalton right now looking very good to keep this momentum and keep it going into qualifying. That's when it matters the most, getting that fast lap. If you can get that track position, avoid the incidents, the very few we've had as of recent, you could be on your way to a guaranteed podium, if not a win. Right now, Blake Thronberg is only in 4th, so this gives these drivers an opportunity to maybe break away and change something. For once, it looks like we might have a new winner. 4 races in a row of Blake's dominance, but tonight, could the streak snap at 4? That is the question. Right now, Ross Dalton hopes he has the answer. His answer will be yes, and currently finds himself now 6,000ths of a second up on Cody. That was his quickest lap 2 laps ago, this time by 18.535, so Ross is only getting faster and finding a bit more about the track as he takes it down to the inside of the circuit. Yet again, he'll let Jeffrey Johnson get that track real estate, as it looks like now it's going to be Ryan Nowicki right down low. Nowicki takes it, and just like that, another spot going to be given away, as Austin Johnson is not going to be on the circuit tonight. Instead, Jeffrey Johnson making it through turns 3 and 4, following right now in that gold good wrench machine. Let's take a ride on board with Jeffrey Johnson amidst the battle. Looks like Johnson gonna have to put it back down on pit road. Some trouble exiting turn 4. And just like that, looks like Brian Rose gets away. So does Austin Bird, although Bird's gonna immediately spin it after. And with 36 seconds remaining, it's a hot lap now or never for any driver still on the track. Cody Pace gonna go for one more quickie. Let's see what he's got in store as that number 84 machine takes it around turns 1 and 2. Has got the bottom groove going. That time by only loses about 1/10 of a second on his average lap. Now can he pull it back together through 3 and 4? Works it down to the bottom, tries to make something of it, gets off the corner, hits the apex at the line. It's an 18.656, serviceable lap, but not enough. Fastest man on the order will be Ross Dalton, and the number 50 machine will be at the top of the charts as the checkered flag is out in practice. Now time to head to qualifying and see who can capture that coveted pole position here for the North Wilkesboro Speedway. And as they come through this time by 4 minutes and 54 seconds remaining, it's going to be all about these hot laps. Let's take a look on board and get some TV shots as drivers go through. This is now time to get it going. Hot laps are nothing. Qualifying's underway. Ryan Nowicki with Jordan Blair. And now time to get a move on with 4 minutes and 34 left in North Wilkesboro. And the drivers get on the roll here in Wilkes County. Qualifying going to be on its way. Looking right now at the number 11 machine, and that is going to be, of course, it is Buddy Isles. Buddy's going to be making it through, and right now finds himself the 11 machine. 4 minutes and 10 seconds with a chance at getting the first track time. Buddy makes it through turns 1 and 2. Now on to 3 and 4, and as you might have noticed, drivers are on the track at the same time, running with each other. There's Austin Byrne, the number 16 machine. right now. Austin gonna find himself hitting the wall just a bit, but no big deal. He'll be able to keep it going right now with Buddy Isles fastest on the board. That number 11 machine is now the quickest, and from there on out, looking further back, 3 minutes and 41 seconds remain. Austin Bird goes 3 wide for a brief moment, and now looks like Blake Thronberg is fighting on the high side, looking for anything he can do to maybe make up a bit more time in this session. Coming through this time by with 3 minutes and 25 remaining. Blake Thronberg is going to go way down low, tries to make it past Cody Pace, but Cody still got the advantage. And right now, this is the warfare of qualifying side by side. Now Blake Thronberg's got that down low. Number 22 machine goes forward, and it looks like he's got the edge at the final corner. Looks like Blake Thronberg got it down low, and just enough to shoot a hot lap in, puts him in third. Still fighting side by side, neck and neck, and we're hearing that the room that they're using in the drivers, of course, they're changing sessions. This is gonna have to leave us to an intermission. Drivers are gonna be moving on to another racing session because it looks like right now a bit of a problem with qualifying, so group qualifying will not be allowed, and that means that we're going to have to send it to single car qualifying after a brief break. So you're watching right now what was supposed to be qualifying, but we got the word that's not the case. We're going to have to bring it back after a brief intermission as drivers are now going to be sent to another racing room. We thank you for your patience here as it looks like the Pitwall Podcast Stock Car Tour will be taking a brief break, and we'll move on to our real qualifying session in just a moment. We'll be right back here on Elevated TV. I've been David Kreutz, bringing you all the action from the Route Signs 125, and we will be right back. And as we return to Wilkes County, getting the word, we're going to be skipping to qualifying once again. Drivers are getting loaded in, and we're ready to get back at it once more for what will be a single car qualifying session. So a little bit of confusion before, but we're back on the way here in the Route Signs 125. And as we get things ready, drivers are taking it for a second practice session just before every driver loads in. Same group, just going to be one more driver we were waiting on. Now they're getting in, and we'll be good to go. Amanda Turner going to be the fastest driver on the order right now. Amanda going to be quick over Jordan Blair, Tristan McKee, and it looks like now Blair's going to be the fastest driver. Just like that, Jordan Blair gets up to the top, and the number 19 machine will be there by 54 one-thousandths of a second. Just like that, Gary Ledbetter goes up to second. Number 32 machine is going to take it right there, and as they go through, the Chevy Camaro way up top, trying to get a bit more momentum with 15 minutes and 5 seconds. Coming down the line this time through, it's going to be Gary Ledbetter beaten by Blake Thronbrug. So all of a sudden, Blake goes back up to the top, and drivers continuing to go back and forth as they continue indeed to work on their qualifying times. 14 minutes and 47 seconds remaining right now, and still getting the word that qualifying should be skipped momentarily. Cody Pace right now, number 84 machine. He's the quickest. Let's ride on board as he gets back on the circuit. And Pace going to be going back and forth, warming up those tires. It's going to be, right now, Cody Pace, fastest man on the charts. From there on out, Blake Thronberg going to be then in second. And the third spot right now, it's been a back and forth battle. But looking at our timing screen, third place currently going to be held by Jordan Blair. That's the way it is so far, as we have our 12 drivers back in the session, going all the way back down to Brian Rose. And Brian going to be now in the number 12 machine, getting back on the way. Go to a quick refresh of our overlays to make sure numbers are back in place for a quick moment there. Did not look like everything was ready, but now as we reload and get back on the move, 13 minutes and 58 seconds left in qualifying and still counting down. So as qualifying's now on the way, drivers are getting their laps in, they'll be good to go as we come through this time by 13 minutes and 30 seconds left. Looks like Cody Pace going to come down to the inside and continue to make it through. That's going to be his final lap, and Brian Rose there as well. Number 12 machine on the time and scoring sheets will take it down to the line yet again, and it looks like his qualifying run now concluded. He'll be down into 9th with Cody Pace, the fastest by 31 thousandths of a second. A very small gap, but just like that, it's going to be qualifying already almost entirely over. Still waiting on one more driver, Dave Bischner, who is not yet taking it out to the track. And 12 minutes and 50 seconds still remain as it stands here in Wilkes County. This is the route signs 125, and still waiting on things to get going for sure, because right now, as it stands, it's mainly going to be waiting on one driver to get a qualifying lap in. But when they are done, we will get on to the racing and have nothing else to wait for. 125 laps here in the Pitwall Podcast Stock Car Tour, and it's going to be as exciting as it gets when we come down to the final few laps. We still got a ways to go, still got qualifying to think about, and when qualifying concludes, then we get on to the racing. And close quarters action, North Wilkesboro, they go hand in hand. And right now, looks like we're going to be advancing when there are 8 minutes remaining left in qualifying. So we're going to give Dave Bischner 4 minutes to go until he can get back out on the track. If he does not go from there, that's going to be it, and it's going to be on to the racing. 11 minutes and 53 seconds. It looks like they're going to decide to do it right now, so a little bit of an early warning from iRacing. They get back on the move, and just like that, qualifying over before we even thought of it. Now, time to get on to the racing. It is going to be 13 drivers registered in total, and Cody Pace is going to be up there on the pole position. Number 84 machine now going to be front and center on your screen. Gridding is underway, and without further ado, how about we get to know who is in the route signs 125. This is what it's all about. North Wilkesboro late model racing. Welcome back to the grassroots here in the Pitwall Podcast Stock Car Tour. Now time to find out who's got what it takes to get it done, as we might see history made with 5 wins in a row. Let's take a look at your front row first as we get into things here in the route signs 125. Fastest man on the board, it's going to be Cody Pace up on top. Then from there, you're going to see Blake Thronberg in the second spot, moving up from 4th in first qualifying, now up to position number 2. Then from there, going to be Jordan Blair in the 3rd spot, and Ross Dalton's going to be holding his own in a 4th, and it's going to be position number 5, occupied by Gary Ledbetter and Tristan McKee there in 6th. From there on out, the 6th spot held by the number 7 machine, Ledbetter there in 5th, and it will be then Ryan Nowicki moving up into 7th there in the number 74. Buddy Isles will be then in 8th, and he's going to be there with the number 11 machine. And to round out your top 10, you're going to see Brian Rose and Jeffrey Johnson, with Rose taking that 9th position and Jeffrey Johnson there to round out your top 10. To further out the field, it's going to be Austin Bird in the 11. He does not need his provisional. He'll qualify in on time. And Amanda Turner will be then in 12th. And it looks like because no timing lap was taken for Dave Bischner, we can't show him, but he'll be the only driver that makes up row 7 here tonight. 13 drivers coming through, and now they're all on the track. And as the grid says goodbye on the screen, formation will be over through turns 3 and 4. This time by the iRacing official Pace truck will back it down to pit road and let the drivers have at it. This is Wilkes County, North Carolina, and we're here for the Route Signs 125. Green flags back on the way, led by Cody Pace. At the line, Cody Pace going to be able to take it up into the top. And just like that, number 84, it's now his lead. Blake Thronberg going to be there in the second spot. And now it's going to be the number 7 machine making it up to third. He was not in the first session, but that is Tristan McKee. Tristan now going to be the man that rounds out the podium. Just like that, Tristan is on top. And that's the way it's going to go. 3 laps in of 125. So far, so good up in front. Cody Pace going to lead the way. 84 machines got it there, and that's the way it's going to be as they come around for now. Lap number 4, single file for the most part. Leading man is going to be, of course, Cody Pace, as we mentioned. Tristan McKee able to take it up to the second, and some fierce racing further back. You'll see right now it's the Hornet's Nest, and it's going to be made up of drivers such as the 11 of Buddy Isles, Brian Rose, Dave Bischner. Let's ride on board with Dave here as he's in the midst of the pack. As you can see right now, riding on board with the number 3 machine, Dave Bischner. He's going to take it down to the bottom side on Buddy Isles. Buddy right there on the right side, can't do much of it. And now Dave's got another spot, and looking now down on Brian Rose. Brian goes to the high side, and here on a short track like North Wilkesboro, the bottom side is key. So if Dave can shoot it down to the bottom here and get that minor advantage, that might be enough to make a pass. He's now side by side with the other number 3 in the field, but no pass that time through. As we take it back down through 3 and 4, the number 14 machines right there. That's Amanda Turner. Amanda's going to wash up the track. She'll get it back going as they come down to the line yet again. No major movement from these drivers so far as they get it back in formation. And how about we look on the back bumper of Amanda Turner here. Different perspective from the rear view. Gonna see Amanda get very loose that time by as she's got some pressure on the top. Dave Bischner gonna see Brian Rose, a beat and bang just ahead. Brian's up top now, gonna have that gold machine on the high side. Dave Bischner still in the back. They're gonna be fighting side by side just ahead of the number 3. And no dice so far. Looks like Amanda gonna stay in the 7th spot as we send it back to your TV cameras watching on board. It's even closer with this perspective. Number 14 machine tries to shoot it deep yet again. Still nothing from the number 27, even Austin Johnson there. And it looks like now getting the word that there's no other yellow. There will be a halfway caution at lap number 63 to regroup them. Lap 9 of 125 going on to 125, lap 10. Just like that, it's still going to be the number 14 of Amanda Turner working on the high side now with the number 32 of Dalton Ledbetter right there as well. Cody Pace going to lead the way 11 laps in of 125. Tristan McKee now going to hold his own in second. Blake Thronberg going to be in third. Jordan Blair then fourth. And Amanda Turner will round out the top 5. Going down to the bottom side now, Amanda's going to see Dave Bischner make a move. Just like that, Bischner's got a shot to take it. Does he go for it? Looks like he does, and now has himself back up within the 4th spot for just a brief moment, though. Now going to be slicing and dicing it yet again. Looks like Amanda's going to get a better run. And off corner, that is what matters. Number 14 machine going to keep it up high. Now Dave Bischner's right down low. They remain side by side. And at the line, still no dice. It's not over, and it's not over up ahead either. Take a look right now. There's going to be Jordan Blair up top going for third. He's got Tristan McKee down low, and Tristan's going to get very loose. Gives Dave Bischner another chance. Dave goes up to the high side and has himself now inside the 4th spot. Tristan McKee from inside the podium is fading back big and losing more and more time as it stands. Just like that, number 7 of Tristan McKee fades back down into 8th. And Just like that, now down even further into ninth. Cody Pace, number 84, will take it across the line yet again. And it looks like right now, second and a half, 14 laps in, make it 15 in of 125. And Cody Pace is out in no man's land, over a second and a half ahead of the rest of the field, namely Blake Thronberg. And right now, Blake finds himself somewhere he hasn't been in quite a long time, outside of the lead. He's right there in the second spot. Still has a way to go until anyone else can catch him. But right now, not up there on top, which is exactly where he does not want to be. Second place, and looks like even Dave Bischner is catching up, so maybe history snaps tonight. Of course, Cody Pace, who came through with your MPM pole award, has himself up in front, and even though he got that track position, Blake Thronberg did too, the difference is clear. Starting on that high side is not enough. Looks like right now the MPM pole award doing wonders for Cody Pace as he keeps it up in front right now, over a second ahead of not only Blake Thronberg, but now Dave Bischner, who slowly but surely creeps in to the top two battle. And the question is whether or not Dave Bischner can make something happen here. He currently finds himself in the third spot. Brian Rose is going to be in fourth, and Austin Bird's going to be then in fifth. Right now, number 16 machine of Austin Bird going to be inside the top 5, and Jeffrey Johnson is there in sixth. These two drivers are now going to be working each other over to remain inside the top 5. Right now, Austin's got that final spot, but Jeffrey Johnson, not so much. 19 laps in of 125, still no dice as they make it around next time by to be a total of lap 20 on the order. Ross Dalton going to find himself right now in the 8th position, and it looks like that number 50 machine still having a bit of trouble making spots. Fastest man in practice, but has not converted so far in the main race, so a bit more trouble than anticipated for Ross Dalton. Looked so good earlier in the going, and now fading back more and more. Up and down the order, now it's going to be 4 seconds separating 1st through 8th. Going to be all about whether or not Ross Dalton can make it up high on Jordan Blair. Jordan's been fading back more and more, was up there in the podium fight, and now hardly inside the top 5 battle. Ross Dalton's going to try to take it on the high side, has a nose, but still can't make it. 22 laps in of 23 now of 125, and still no dice as the number 19 holds it low. And at the wire, Jordan Blair going to remain up in front. Number 19 has that battle, of course, the highest spot in it. 7th place, Ross Dalton's now in it. Take a look at Amanda Turner now in it. Amanda goes right down low and finds Gary Ledbetter there too. Amanda Turner takes it down to the bottom side in the 8th position. Going to take it all the way up into 7th with a huge move for that Firebird. Up into 7th now. Big moves being made 24 laps in as the battle up in front a bit more stagnant. These drivers giving us all the action as it looks like now Ross Dalton trying to take it 3 wide, just does not have enough room to get the exit off of the corner. Looking up in front, Dave Bischner now going to see some pressure from Brian Rose. Brian's going to take it down to the bottom side. First chance he's had all night long. As you can see now, more drivers in the picture. Dave Bischner getting up there with Blake Thronberg. Brian Rose going to be with Austin Bird. Just like that, the top 5 battle getting even closer. Might even be more drivers get involved up in front. Right now, looks like these drivers were just in that battle, fade back immediately, and that's the thing about short track racing. As you can see, looks like Brian Rose gets caught up in trouble, loses that apex, misses the groove, and now he's going to take Austin Bird and Jeffrey Johnson all the way back down with them. In a moment's notice, drivers can be up there in the battle for the race lead, and all of a sudden, not so much right now. Austin Johnson getting right there, chasing Austin Bird, and that's going to be Jeffrey Johnson, as a matter of fact, going with Dave Bischner. Riding on board with Dave Bischner yet again. Let's see what he can take a look at from the back bumper perspective. This is Bischner, and right now he's ahead of Brian Rose in this big battle right now for 4th. A look at the side-by-side view. nothing coming of it, because right now Bichner out there in his own world as well. Brian Rowe's going to take a much different groove, tries to go to the middle in the earlier part of the corner, then get a later apex and get that run off, which is of course the way a lot of drivers are trying to do it to get more momentum out of the corners. Looks like right now for Dave Bichner, he's going a bit more traditional, doesn't want to change up the flow of the race so much. He knows what he likes doing, and it's keeping it comfortable with a very simple entry and exit in and out. And so far it's worked, still faster than Rose, Bird, or Johnson right behind him. So in a great place right now, third for the number 3 machine, holding on very well as they come through this time by 31 laps in of 125, and that would mean at lap number 62, the way things have gone, we are set to have ourselves a caution, the first of the day. And it looks like it's going to be Jason Turner, as a matter of fact, not Amanda Turner. Timing and scoring showing us a different name, but it's going to be Jason Turner in that number 14 machine, in that number 14 with the Firebird and all. It's Jason now going down to the bottom side, and as they go through yet again, 32 laps in of 125. It looks like right now Jason going to take it down on Buddy Isles. Buddy's got it down to the bottom, and it looks like that's the way it'll stay. 32 in of 125, no major change that time around, and still a bit of a battle here as the driver's trying to get a bit more grip. You can see right now the number 7 machine holding his own in Tristan McKee. Tristan's got it down there way low, and still nothing coming of it for Buddy Isles. Buddy's trying to get the move on. This is the battle for 10th, so even though these drivers far outside of leading contention, they're having some trouble. Even though they are driving aggressive. Every position matters. Doesn't matter if you're up there front battling for lead or if you're all the way down there in the back of the field fighting for last. These drivers know exactly what they want. They want a chance to get through with a race win. Even if they're back there in the bottom of the field right now, doesn't mean things can't change. And so far, that's the way it will be, as right now Tristan McKee takes it down to the bottom side. Number 7 machine works it down low yet again. Let's take a lap on board inside the cockpit for this number 7 of Tristan McKee. And looking still on board with Tristan McKee right now. Number 7 machine holds on. Last time by was at 18.467. He tried to beat, wasn't able to get there. This time through going to be an 18.639, so still a bit off the mark, but not too bad overall. Very consistent laps, even if tires are beginning to wear. These drivers know there's only one chance, one set of tires, and that's the way it'll go all night long. 39 laps in of 125. It's going to be Cody Pace still leading the way. He's led every lap so far. Blake Thronberg remains in second here, but it looks like Dave Bichner is catching up, and Dave having a bit more trouble here than he'd expect. Just like that, we got the number 22 machine in a bit more pressure. Dave Bichner there, he's got some pressure from Ryan Rose too. Every driver getting bunched up, and as a result, we might see a bit more close quarter racing before our halfway caution flies. Jeffrey Johnson going to be there in the 5th spot right now in the middle of this hornet's nest. One big pack in the back. This is the one up in front, and as a result, drivers pushing to each other's limits as they try to find something here. 41 laps in of 125. Looks like Austin Johnson goes down low, lets him through, and Dave Bichner going to find himself now in the 3rd, chasing down with 4-time defending winner Blake Thronberg as he looks to bring home 5 in a row. Will he get it done, or will it be someone else tonight? With 42 laps on the agenda so far, Cody Pace has been the man to beat, but that remains to be seen. Whether or not he can hold on, we will find out, as we'll take it to a very brief non-stop here on Elevated TV, and we'll bring back the action in a moment's notice. You're watching live on the Pitwall Podcast, Route Signs 125, and we will be right back.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
And as we come back this time by with a total of 47 laps on the board so far, it's been quite the exciting one here in Wilkes County. For those of you tuning in here on Elevated TV, this has been the route-signed 125, and so far dominant up in front from Cody Pace as he continues to lead the way. Now looking to make it lap number 48, it has been pure control up in front, and hopefully for that number 84, that's the way it stays. Very confident in his equipment as it stands, and that's the way he hopes to keep it as they come through yet again. A total right now of just about 49 laps have been completed, and so far so good up at the head of the field. Gonna take it through this time by for lap number 50 of 125, and so far looks like it's no trouble for the number 84 machine as he continues to remain out in front. As we take it back to live action here, we are expecting caution at lap number 63. Keep that in mind, that is our halfway break, and right now Cody Pace keeps himself up there. Dave Bischner's going to be second, got by Blake Thronberg during our non-stop action there, and it looks like so far that driver of the number 3 just wants to get that lead, knowing right now Blake Thronberg might not be the best guy on the track. That means an awful lot because he's been so good these past few weeks, Mr. August, I'd say, and now it looks like we might have a driver come through for September. All of a sudden, it could be Bischner or Pace making it happen as they're the closest they've been to victory all season long. 84 machine still remains out in front though. 52 laps in, take a ride on board with Cody Pace as he continues to lead the way. 52 in of 125. And so far, remaining out in front, Cody Pace has led every lap on the day. Looking further back right now to a guy like Buddy Isles. Buddy's going to be in the battle here yet again. They're fighting for the 10th place, and they are still going as hard as they can like it is the last lap. 4 drivers in a bit of a pack here. We've seen double file racing. Some guys trying to take it 3, just have not gotten enough room. 55 in out of 125, and so far it looks like this battle is not over. Jordan Blair, who's faded back just a bit, is still within striking distance of another spot. Blair, who was up there inside the top 5 earlier in the racing, now finds himself scored in position number, as it stands, 12, which is almost the last on the field. But even though he's the penultimate driver on the track, he still has a chance to make up a few spots if drivers ahead of him make mistakes. Tristan McKee right there in the number 7 machine. Tristan's going to give the bumper there to Gary Ledbetter. Ledbetter is going to find himself now losing a spot, and he's going to get all squirreled over and find himself behind the number 7 machine as they make it by yet again. Taking it now down to lap number 58 of 125 next time around, and if we get back to it here, it looks like these drivers are certainly getting even closer to that halfway break, not only because of course time is running out until lap 63, because we have kept it caution free no matter what. But take a look at this now. Ryan Nowicki and the remainder of the field, those lappers, they're all getting up there, and at the same time the leaders are too. So we might see some lap traffic interfere, as so far 59 laps in, nobody's gone one lap down. Now Ryan Nowicki is at risk. Maybe he'll be the first man to go one down. As you look on board with Ryan Nowicki on the gearbox camera, he's in trouble and might find himself losing a spot here if that number 84 of Cody Pace can make it by. Looking now with that back bumper in mind, Cody's getting there, but decides to lay off that time through and tries to use the bottom side as opposed to pushing hard. This is what it's all about, very intense racing, not because it's for a position, but it's to stay up there on the lead lap. You want to be up there, you don't want to fade back one lap down, because if you do, your race is all but over, especially if this were to go entirely green with no caution. That would be it. Luckily, these drivers, they have one caution in their back pocket, but as Cody Pace now comes up on the high side, could be some trouble here, and it looks like now Pace has that momentum, and he will be able to make something of it. And Dave Bischner comes by too, as the entirety of the pack now might be in jeopardy. Ryan Nowicki goes one lap down, and just like that, now Buddy Isles might be the next. One lap to go until your halfway break, and it looks like now drivers are going to be in jeopardy of going one down. Ryan Nowicki already finds himself a lap off the pace, and the 84 machine drives down on the bottom side, gets it right through, and at the halfway line, caution will fly. Cody Pace, your race leader, as we come down to our halfway break here on Elevated TV. This is your halfway caution. No yellows to this point tonight, and all of a sudden, now we've gotten our first. And some very great clean racing that we've seen all throughout the night to this point. Yellow flag will fly for the first time, and so far Cody Pace has led every lap on the day. Now the halfway break in effect, because we had no other yellow flags so far, and the caution flies and the route signs 125 here in Wilkes County. And the question is right now, how big is that qualifying position going to be? The MPM pole award goes to Cody Pace on the day, and it looks like ever since he got that top spot, he has not let it go. 65 in of 125, and Cody Pace remains on top. Nobody else on the level of this Zinn machine. And so far, it's the Chevy Camaro ahead of Dave Bischner. And Bischner made a very spirited charge up to second, but it looks like by that point, Cody Pace got away. And now it looks like it's going to be Blake Thronberg going up high. And just like that, number 22 machine seeing Jason Turner go through. Looks like it's going to be also Ryan Nowicki. And just like that, lap machine's getting back in order. Buddy Isles went down to pit road, the first and only driver so far to take it down there. Looks like for him, he's going to get an extra set. Of course, when it comes to the fuel, he's saying on time and scoring got tires, but I don't believe that's the case. Only one set of tires tonight, and it's the one you started with, and only one faster pair, so Buddy's going to take it, and Isles will drop back into 13th, losing that track position, and Buddy's going to fade back there outside the top 12 as Cody Pace continues to lead the way. Coming through this time by, looking to be a total of 2 laps to green, and as the drivers make it through yet again, iRacing official Pace truck still has the lights on, and drivers will make it by as they pass the fans in the stands here in the virtual North Wilkesboro Speedway. You see him go, mostly single file, all the way back down to our final driver on the order, who looks to be Buddy Isles, there in that number 11. Back up in front, Cody Pace, Dave Bischner, Blake Thronberg. And right now, we're talking about Blake Thronberg. There's a lot to do for this number 22. Blake finds himself right now in the 3rd spot, but after 4 consecutive race wins, most recently at the Indianapolis Raceway Park, you want this one especially bad if you know how good you've been all season long. And so far, no driver as good as Blake. He wants to keep it that way as drivers come through on the Trues rule. You see some go down low, a few others going to keep it up high, and the final driver to get by once again, the number 11, Buddy Isles, passes by our screen, and now the driver's in formation for another restart. It's actually going to be the first and only so far today. Second time we've been under pacing, and the first of the day as a caution. No cautions for cause. 68 laps in of 125. Coming now to lap number 69. Looking for a nice restart here. Cody Pace up high. Dave Bischner right down low, and the green flag will fly yet again as the drivers make it through. And a little bit of trouble already. Back of the field, they get it back going. Ross Dalton finds himself back of the pack and spun. Just like that, we got ourselves an incident, but no caution. Instant replay gonna show you what just happened as we find ourselves in trouble for the first time tonight. Let's take a look on back and find out what caused this one. Ross Dalton gonna go around, and let's take a look at the restart and try to find out. And Ross Dalton here in the number 50 machine will see a huge send down for Tristan McKee, then finds himself involved with Ledbetter, the number 32, and Dalton's going to lose all that time and find himself now in last, 13th of 13 here on Elevated TV, and all of a sudden now he's in jeopardy of being put one lap down. No caution going to fly, but Cody Pace now finds himself within striking distance of that number 50. Ross Dalton going to be in quite a lot of trouble here, and as soon as the green flag got back on the way, he got involved with an incident. All of a sudden now, 72 in of 125. It will be the 84 Cody Pace leading. Blake Thronberg going to be then second. Dave Bishop are going to be third with Brian Rose fourth and Jeffrey Johnson then in fifth. Gary Ledbetter going to be position number 6 and Buddy Isles going to be 7th. Looks like he's going to be working that new car better than ever. Of course, the only driver so far tonight to take a fast repair, that is Buddy and the number 11 team. So deciding to get that instant repair, the one and only chance any driver has, and so far it's gone pretty well. Already up into 7th from the back of the field, so Buddy from 13th on up to 7th, not bad at all, and he's working it even better as they come through with 74 laps in of 125. Cody Pace at the line will take it once again, leading over Blake Thronberg, and yes, that is Blake back in second. The Cadillac number 22, still chasing history, finds himself now once again in the second spot, 75 in of 125 so far, taking a lap on board yet again, using that apex. He's going to try to choose to go up high to start, then get down to the bottom, get a later run through, and keep up with the draft of Cody Pace. Cody's going to have to work on Ross Dalton. That's going to make Cody even slower, which makes him that much more of a target for any other driver going by. 110 miles an hour going into the first and second turns. You see nobody on the left side of Blake Thronberg, nobody trying anything. Right now, it's 1-2 between the best in the business. Cody Pace has been a stud tonight as the caution flies for the second time. Looks like it's going to fall this time for Jeffrey Johnson. Yellow flag is out for the number 27 machine. Johnson is around, and the yellow flag falls yet again. Yellow flag is out as we will take a look at what just happened. 78 in of 125. And this is the first caution of the car. We're going to take a look. And as you can see right here, looks like working off the back of Brian Rose, gets that contact. That will send Jeffrey Johnson around. Brian Rose goes in the grass too. And just like that, your first yellow flag with a reason behind it. Halfway yellow brings us that far, and all of a sudden, back under caution for only the second time today. 79 laps in of 125. Cody Pace still leads the way over Blake Thronberg, and so far, so good for that number 84 team. If you've been watching so far on Elevated TV, this has been the Ruth Signs 125, and we'll bring you all the coverage of the next restart after a brief promotional break, courtesy of our friends at iRacing Motorsport Simulations. We will be right back.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
As we come back here in the route signs 125, caution is going to be over this time around, heading to lap number 82, and it looks like Cody Pace still has the race lead, but on that most recent run, Blake Thronberg was making some moves, and now is a chance to do it all over again. Coming now to 82, this time by, it's going to be a huge run off the corner. Cody Pace gets it going, and just like that, he's got the race lead yet again. Cody Pace going to be able to get it through that first launch. It's exactly what means the most in these restarts. If you can get that drive off, you can keep the race lead, and it makes your job that much easier as a driver. As you can see, once again, a huge jump for Cody Pace. That gives him the race lead, and even though he's got some pressure here from Blake Thronberg, you get it out in front early, you don't have to worry as much. Taking a look once again with that number 22 on the back bumper, he has no chance so far of making it down to the bottom side because Cody is protecting, and now with that pressure, you've got to just absorb it and keep on going. This is a high-stakes situation. Blake Thronberg looking for his 5th win in a row, which will be all-time series record by a wide margin. He already holds the record at 4, but if he can go to 5 weeks in a row, it's going to be one to remember for as long as this league exists. 4 weeks already, got it done at Indianapolis Raceway Park, and now here in Wilkes County, trying to make history all over again. Dave Bischner's in trouble down to the grass, nothing gonna come of it, and Bischner will see the caution fly yet again. Dave Bischner hits the wall, caution's out, nobody else involved, thankfully, but even still, yellow flag will fly yet again, and we're gonna show you what just happened. Dave Bischner hits the wall from the podium, and the caution flies. Let's reset it once again and find out what happened. Showing you here, Bischner going to be down to the bottom side in the number 3, make some contact with Ledbetter, and that's going to send Dave down low. Caution is out, 87 in of 125, single car incident in the way that, of course, Dave Bischner, the only one getting damage, but even still, yellow flag flies yet again, and just like that, Dave Bischner back on the move in 12th, heading down to pit road, this time by, and this time he's not alone. Many drivers opting to come down to pit road this time through. You'll see it's going to be Jason Turner, Dave Bischner, Ryan Nowicki, they'll all come in this time by, and just like that, yellow flag out yet again, 88 in of 125, and we've got ourselves a busy pit road, more than it's been all night long. Just like that, some changes as we head back to the racing action. 88 laps in, mostly clean action all night long, and still Cody Pace on top of it all. Blake Thronberg remains there in second. 3rd place going to be held now by Gary Ledbetter, and the top 3 remains as it stands in one piece. The 84, the 22, and finally that 32. Nothing else, 89 laps in. And so far, smooth sailing for your race leader, but one thing that you might see right now, not only, of course, the drivers, but there's another thing going on. It is the weather. It's changing quite a bit, and it looks like track conditions getting even cooler. 72 degrees Fahrenheit as opposed to a 74-degree track temp that we started with when this practice session for the race began just over an hour ago. So now track conditions becoming even more fair in the favor of the drivers as they come by 1 lap to go. Looks like it's going to be Blake Thronberg choosing the high side this time around, utilizing a bit more grip and trying to get more momentum at the same time. As they come through this time around, it's going to be 90 laps in for Cody Pace, Blake Thronberg 2nd, and then Gary Ledbetter in 3rd. As they come through this time by 84 machine of Cody Pace. He's had to lead every lap so far. Now with the control car in mind yet again, he's trying to do it once more. Green flag's out with lap 91 on its way. It's going to be Cody Pace up in front and Blake Thronberg right there. Bit of side-by-side action, it almost was there. Blake Dromberg gets very close, gets on the back bumper, and still tries to make it back out. 22 machine now as close as he's been to the top spot all night long. Just like that, Cody Pace having a bit more to work with as the 22 comes through yet again, and all of a sudden coming alive late in the race. Could it be redemption for Blake Dromberg, looking for his 5th win in a row, riding on board the cockpit of the number 22. This is inside of Blake Dromberg's number 22 Chevrolet. You're seeing the handwork right there, very, very minimal, and now he's got himself the bottom side. Cody Pace shuts him down yet again. He doesn't go for it, and the rearview mirror right now not showing you much. He's keeping all his focus up ahead. Once again, as they go through turns 1 and 2, taking it down to the bottom side, gets a much better drive up there than Cody once again, but he knows one thing, that Cody's going to shut that bottom side, so you don't have to worry all too much about getting that momentum. Worry about making the pass in a different way, and right now trying to find that gap, making that mistake will be put on hold. Caution flies yet again. Back of the field, a man to Turner. That's Jason Turner going around, and Jason ends up in the catch fence, and the caution's out once more. Yellow flag will fly all over again, and let's find out what happened as we take an instant replay on this caution. And looking at Jason Turner getting it on with Jeffrey Johnson side by side, getting the battle going. Then Jason gets loose, tries to drop it down to the low side of the track, comes back up, not clear, and ends up in the fence sideways, and then eventually nearly upside down. A huge hit for Jason Turner, which will bring out the yellow flag yet again. 96 laps in of 125. Cody Pace leads the way. Cody still has that lead that he's held for every lap so far tonight, and it looks like now Jason Turner makes it down a pit road yet again. Caution is out. Going to be trying to take that fast repair. One and done here in the Pitwall Podcast Stock Car Tour, so you have to use it wisely. And it looks like right now, as they head into the triple digits, it's going to be Cody Pace up in first, Blake Dromberg in second, Tristan McKee third, and Gary Ledbetter position number 4. Set to go 2 laps to green this time by. Then we'll get the choose rule back in effect, and it's all determined by the leader. If the leader chooses high, then the second place driver goes low, and so on and so forth. If your leader chooses low, second place driver goes high, and that's the way it goes instead. So very simple rules when it comes down to cautions and restarts here. It's all determined by your leading driver, and right now Cody Pace, he's got that spot, and he's got that privilege of controlling what happens each and every time we get it going. First 63 laps were ran without yellow at all, and now we've seen ourselves a total of 2 ever since then. So a total of 3 cautions on the day. At the moment, we're getting it back going for our 3rd restart. 98 laps in of 125, and still on our way to the finish. Cody Pace gonna dictate who goes where once again, as the choose rule will be put in effect this time by. Looks like it's going to be Cody opting to go down low. Blake Dromberg chooses high, and the rest of the field gonna respond accordingly. Take a look at them all come by this time around. Now your leader of Cody Pace remains up in front. 84 machines got that top spot, looking to go at it once again. 99 in of 125. We will be restarting at lap 100. Welcome to the triple digits here in Wilkes County. The sun is setting, but there's still an orange glow around the track, going for gold. That's the goal up in front. It's Pace. It is Blake Dromberg. 1-2 to take it down on the start and finish line yet again. Green flag's back on the way. 100 laps in, and we're back on the move with some beating and banging as we get things going. Side by side for the race lead, Blake Dromberg finds himself right up high. Still Cody Pace right there too, and Tristan McKee now is in the battle for 3rd. Big battles up in front. Blake Dromberg beating and banging now with Cody Pace. They've made contact several times over, but now Blake knows that if he's up this quick, he does not want to risk it all and lose that track position in a wreck. They're getting very close, of course, and that's fine, but if you lose it, you got nothing else. And with now less than 25 laps to go this time around, Blake's going to drive down to the bottom side and choose to get that lead from the low side instead of hustling up high. Doesn't work up top usually, and it looks like Blake's going to find himself back in line. Single file, 100 laps in, out of 125, make it 103 in specific. And now as we come around yet again with 22 laps to go on the order, we're going to take it for a crank it up here on Elevated TV, courtesy of our camera partners at Fireball Talks NASCAR, who bring you all the coverage on all the action with the best cameras on the iRacing platform. We'll be right back after this brief crank it up as the drivers keep it rolling here in Wilkes County. Yellow flag is out just before the crank it up can go, and just like that, Austin Bird gonna see Dave Bischner and Jason Turner now involved. You can see Buddy Isles finds himself now way slow, and just like that, a caution will fly just before we get to the 20 laps to go mark. Yellow flag is out yet again. Let's find out just what happened here as we take a look at it. Buddy Isles gonna be in the middle of this pack, and this is when things go wrong. Huge stack up there with Austin Bird, Dave Bischner, and Brian Rose, and it looks like from there multiple drivers running into it. That's what brings out the yellow once again. Caution is out. Just like that, 20 laps to go. We've come down to the home stretch, and that was the closest Blake Thronberg was to getting the race lead. He looked faster. He looked like he almost had it down low before the caution flew, but it looks like administration saying no dice. It is not going to be Blake's lead. It's still Cody's. Cody Pace finds himself up in front and still holds it on the top of the board as they come through, this time by with 20 laps to go. The back straightaway has been giving us some fantastic driving as they come through turns 3 and 4. That's when it matters the most to make that dive in, and it looked like it was almost the time for Blake Thronberg to make that aggressive send and go deep for the lead. He almost had it, was nose to nose, side by side, and now as they come through turns 1 and 2, double file again for an 18-lap shootout. This is what is left. 19 laps to go, gonna make it down to a total of only 18 this time by, and if the drivers get it through turns 3 and 4, everyone is set to go. Right now, 3 and 4 are empty, but the N3 to 3, not too much. As they make it by, you can see some drivers still trying to join them, and it looks like that's going to be Buddy Isles in specific all the way at the back. A rest of your pack is put together, and they're coming through this time by. Green flag's out, and already trouble. Ross Dalton shoes up high. He's already going to be way off the pace. Caution flies, and another wreck. Looks like a save there overall for the field, but another caution, and just like that, Ross Dalton will bring out the yellow flag. 18 laps to go, and he's got huge damage there, hardly keeping it going. Cautions out once more, and we will find out what happened as we bring you back another yellow flag, and we'll find out in specific with our instant race replay to show you what just happened. And taking it back, replay on the mind here as Ross Dalton gets shot up high, and you can see he finds himself in contact on the restart. But we're going to take it back a bit more so you can see who in specific made that contact. Looking up with the eye in the sky, you'll see some drivers trying to get going a little earlier than the rest of the field. Ross Dalton makes contact there with the number 7 of Tristan McKee. Dalton gets shot up to the top side, immediately makes contact, and hard contact too. Then Tristan McKee ends up sideways at the same time. Yellow flag flies yet again. 16 laps to go, and all of a sudden, North Wilkesboro bringing us a chaotic finish. 110 laps in, and now Cody Pace will lead the way with Blake Thronberg there second, Jordan Blair third, and then Ryan Nowicki in position number 4. 16 laps to go this time by. Next time around, we're going to be taking it for 1 lap to go in the caution, and we'll get back to the green with a total of 13 laps left. It's going to be a shootout to the finish here in Wilkes County. So far, Cody Pace has led every lap on the day with history on the line. Blake Thronberg looking to make the wing move on the day. It's going to be all about whether or not he can find himself with that race victory. And so far, he's gotten close, but not enough. The Hudson Auto Works race-winning moment. Waiting to see whether or not Cody Pace will pull it off, or will Blake Thronberg make the move. And right now, it looks to be still in control of Cody Pace as they take it around this time by. Choose rule going to be in effect. Some drivers going high, some going low. and as a result, the yellow flag stays out, with drivers choosing where they hope to go. And now the track is empty behind them. Up in front, it is time to see what they've got. Up top, Blake Thronberg goes once again, and it's going to be Cody Pace right down low. Let's get to it here and now. The iRacing official pace car going to be making its way through, and the field is sure to follow. As they come through, this time by Cody Pace, looking to finish off a fantastic performance, sees one more lap on the caution, and just like that, they will not be going this time around. One lap to green, 14 laps to go, make it 13 now, so it will be only a 12-lap dash when this race is at its end. 12 laps remaining. How about that? If these drivers can keep it going, make it to the end, it's going to be a fantastic show between your four-time defending winner and Cody Pace, who has been remarkable all night long. Nothing short of the best in the business today. And now, as they come through yet again, the drivers are looking forward to another chance at the race victory. It's going to be Pace and Ledbetter going through this time by, and the green flag flies yet again. Restart on the way with 12 laps left. As they come through yet again, now Cody Pace has that advantage, one car length in specific. Looking further back, you'll see Blake Thronberg and even Gary Ledbetter. Now Blake finds himself on the bottom, the best he's looked all night long, finds himself dropping way low, just like that. Race lead, gonna be a battle side by side, and Blake Thronberg comes up to lead, looking for history. 5 wins in a row if he can get it done. He's now down low with the top spot. Cody Pace remains right up high. All of a sudden, Blake's got himself in the best position to be in, and after over 110 laps out of the top spot, it's slipping away from the field yet again. Blake Thronberg to lead with 9 laps remaining. Have a look at this kid, the number 22, up in front, and he makes that car move whenever he needs it to, and right now, makes it up there when it matters the most. Taking a look side by side yet again. Now it looks like a fight from Cody Pace. Cody's down low, and the number 84 machine is not giving up. Beating and banging yet again. The 84 nearly gets it all the way around, saves it, and Blake's up in front. That might have been the moment that made the race, but there's still 7 laps to go after this point. It ain't over till it's over, but that might have been the race-winning move in itself. Blake Thronberg out in front with 7 laps left. Over 100 laps on the day, led by Cody Pace, and now he finds himself in second for the all-time winningest driver in league history, going for his 5th consecutive win in a row. He gets it up in front. Now that number 22 machine's in the place to be. Track position with very little time left. He saved his tire, was conservative on the first half, and all of a sudden, the winningest driver is back up in front, doing what he does best. Find victory lane and go for it once again. It is Blake Thronberg with 5 laps to go, up in front here on Elevated TV. And now that the hopes are almost dashed for Cody Pace, he's got to hold on a second here. You'll see drivers such as Gary Ledbetter, Jordan Blair, all there too. You're going to see side by side Ross Dalton already charges back up in a 5th. And after an incident, the most recent caution, as a matter of fact, very impressive to see Ross make it back up inside the top 5 in such a timely manner. He'll take Austin Bird there too. Austin going to find himself now in 6th. And look at that, Dave Bishiner right there too. Tristan McKee going to be in 8th. And Brian Rose is there in 9th. 10th is going to be Buddy Isles, and Ryan Nowicki's going to be in the 11th. Jeffrey Johnson, position number 12, and Amanda Turner then in 13th. 3 laps to go. This time by as they come through 3 and 4 yet again. It is Wilkes County, ran now by Blake Thronberg, up in front again. He's been the king of the Pitwall podcast stock car tour all season long, and now looking to make another historic moment. 5 wins in a row. The all-time all-time high marker if he gets it done, and now he finds himself in the perfect place to do it. 1 lap to go. The white flag will fly here in North Wilkesboro, and only 2 more turns remain. Nothing that Cody Pace can do. He'll try to take it deep through 3 and 4, but it is no use. At a corner 4 yet again, 5 times in a row. Mr. 5-time gets it done. Blake Thronberg scores its 5th win in a row and extends his championship lead. A heartbreaking restart, and the number 22, as he's done so many times this season, comes back for the win in North Wilkesboro. Blake Thronberg is a race winner yet again. And coming to the start-finish line already to burn down the house, Blake Thronberg turns on the celebration. And Blake continues the smoke show here in that number 22. Once again finds himself on top. Checkered flag flies, and it's Blake Thronberg on the top of the board. Yet again, 5 wins in a row. He has been the king of this season, king of this series, and once again proves his worth as the winningest driver, scoring another checkered flag. He'll come down to the inside of the circuit, and we'll be back with your top 3 interviews in just a moment, and your race results as well. Been a very fun ride so far in North Wilkesboro, and we'll return with your top 3 interviews from tonight's race in the Ruth Signs 125. It's been fun from Wilkes County, and we'll return after these brief messages.
Get your business noticed with quality vinyl vehicle wraps from Rooster Sign Service. Rooster Sign Service has been providing truck lettering and quality printed vehicle graphics for over 50 years. Now they offer premium digital printing wraps for all types of vehicles. Add a new element of energy to your company's image. Get more mileage out of your business-to-business advertising by wrapping your vehicle into a moving billboard from Rooster Sign Service. Rooster Sign Service in Greensboro, where you can get wrapped and get noticed.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Hudson Auto Works is conveniently located off of Highway 29, 812 Post Street, Greensboro, North Carolina. Our beautiful 15,000 square feet facility is home to 21 highly trained professionals offering used car sales, collision repair, automotive detailing, and the best customer service you won't find anywhere else. Visit us at www.hudsonautoworks.com or call us at 336-772-0685.
At East Coast Wings and Grill. Enjoy 75 tasty flavors of buffalo wings, fresh salads, burgers, and a variety of delicious dishes. Experience a family-friendly atmosphere you can't get anywhere else. Fresh, family, fun.
And after a fantastic night here in Wilkes County, another race victory for the ever-dominant Blake Throneberg. Right now, we're replaying on your screen the Hudson Auto Works winning moment, that beautiful battle between these two machines, the 84 and the 22. Eventually, Blake able to get clear and find himself on top yet again. 5 victories in a row and another victory tonight. You came out of nowhere at the end. Looks like you saved up your stuff for the right moment, and Blake Throneberg, you're back on top after another successful night in the Pitwall Podcast Stock Car Tour.
Yeah, what's going on, man? You doing all right tonight?
Of course, after another race victory here, you're able to get it done later in the going. How did you play the strategy with this win in mind?
Oh, man, I was just kind of setting the pace back there. I seen Cody kind of get out there and start riding around and seeing what times he was running. So I was like, well, if I could not lose too much ground, I knew there was going to be a halfway break so we could, go all out from there. So I was just trying to save as much as I could so I'd be better in the second half of the race. And like I said, I knew he was good. I think he bobbled 1 or 2 times. We had some late race restarts, and he got tight one time and pushed up through 1 and 2, and I kind of got a run on him down the back stretch, and then we just bottom lane's pretty dominant here. And 1 and 2, you can kind of run either the top or the bottom, but when it gets to 3 and 4, you really got to be on the bottom. If your car's good, it's just going to get good drive off, and was able to be lucky enough to win another one.
Able to make it happen so late in the go. And of course, the first 60-odd laps, Cody Pace was dominant there. But it looks like, of course, we know that tires were limited tonight. So you saved your stuff up and went till the end, waiting for the perfect moment. You think that the other drivers maybe were a bit more aggressive and that's what cost them?
Probably so. I think he might have pushed a little bit too hard. I don't know. Like I said, he was still good. If he was hitting his marks, I know that I had to just I knew about 10 laps into a run I could get to his back bumper, but then like I said, he was the dominant car tonight. I just got lucky and he missed his line coming out of 2 one time, and I was able to get a run on him and get up under him and kind of just get around him right there, and just kind of drove away just a little bit to the win. But man, hats off to all these drivers. That was a good race. No, that was a lot of fun.
Able to come out from a dominant performance up in front tonight. It was not so much, but still a fantastic drive till the very end. Those final 15 laps led were the ones that counted to get another win in a row. Blake Throneberg gets it done from Wilkes County, and after tonight's racing, anything else you'd like to add?
Just appreciate everybody putting this on Pitwall Podcast. You guys for broadcasting it, Rooster or Elevated Television, Zing set up shop. I know this is a fixed race, but a lot of those guys can help and coach you to where you need to be as far as iRacer. Ross for putting this whole thing on, Jordan, Speedy, everybody that has a hand in it just to make this thing go around. And just want to make one little announcement from here on out. I'll be starting in the back for the following races. I know I told the guys this week if I was lucky enough to win this one that I'll start from the rear from here on out. So that'll all be fun. Ought to be fun to see if we can get back up through the field. But there's a lot of tough guys in this race, so I don't know if that's going to be the case. But I told them I was going to do it. Met them a word. I'll be starting from the rear from here on out.
And starting from the back next week, but after another victory here tonight, Blake Throneberg notches his 5th in a row. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for everything.
Blake Throneberg going to be back on the move. Second place driver tonight, Cody Pace in that number 84. Fast all night long, 107 laps led on the day, but unfortunately just wasn't able to come up with it at the final few moments. Still a great performance overall. How do you feel after tonight?
Feel pretty good. Led most of the race, and I mean that's kind of what I look forward to, especially racing Blake. I mean, he's one of them guys you can sit there and kind of lean on and kind of old school race. And he'll give it back to you a little bit.
You two having a fantastic battle to decide the race win. It looks like ever since the halfway point came and went, you two were absolutely on each other till the very end. So how was it fighting for that lead, knowing everything on the line there?
It was exciting. I knew Blake was saving a little bit there in the beginning, about the first 60 laps or so. And then once we got that caution, I figured he'd start pushing it a little bit more, and I think I wore my stuff out just maybe a little too soon. I think he had a little bit better tire, but definitely a good race.
A great race overall for the both of you, getting it done here in Wilkes County on the podium. Now, looking after North Wilkesboro, next up on the tour from here on out, of course, Wilkesboro we just went to, it looks to be Five Flag Speedway for 125 laps. So that's going to be a different race in Pensacola. What's it going to take to maybe keep this momentum going and go for maybe a race victory?
Probably, think I got the qualifying down a little bit. Got to do some testing there a little bit more, but definitely save some tire. There's not much paint over there in 3 and 4, so it's kind of easy to hit the apron there. But basically, stay mistake free. Try to stay up front.
And hoping to avoid some mistakes, Cody Pace, triple digits in the laps led categories, fast all around, second place on the day. Anything else you'd like to add?
I'd like to thank Pitwall Podcast and everyone at Elevated TV for everything they do and keeping this thing going.
There we have it. Cody Pace comes through second of the day here in the Ruth Signs 125. Thank you for your time.
Sure.
And Cody Pace on the move. One more driver to round out the top 3. Dalton Ledbetter in that number 32. Coming home with a podium tonight, able to gain out the final few laps and make the restart matter. Third place tonight in North Wilkesboro. How you feeling?
Yeah, that was a pretty good race, man. I don't know. I kind of just took my time at the beginning of the race. Was just right there on the edge of going a lap down, and I knew I probably had like a 6th place car, 5th place car, but people started getting together, and it put me in the right position. And I think I had a little bit more tire than the people behind me, and that's the only reason I could stick it there, honestly.
And it looks like tires mattering the most on that final run, saving up your stuff, not using it as much in the earlier portion of the race, came back to help you a lot. So how was it managing strategy knowing the limit on tires tonight?
Well, honestly, I don't think tires wore as bad as other tracks. I know my buddy, he went down pit road and he said his tires were still like 86 at halfway. So I knew mine would probably be right around that range. And I don't know, like the 7 car, he went pretty hard at it the first 20 laps, and I mean he was still just as fast as everybody at the end. So I don't think it really mattered as much. You just need to be in the right place at the right time.
And looks like able to be in that right place to get these spots back and finish third tonight in the late model stock feature. Now, next up on the tour after this, Five Flag Speedway. So, taking it from North Wilkesboro, a very uneven service, very worn out. Five Flags, not as much. So, going to be different racing, but you think there's any way to keep this podium run going?
Yeah, Five Flags is actually one of my better tracks. Hoping to get our first win. I mean, I know Blake, he's going to be the one to beat everywhere you go. I've said that from the get. And same with Ross, Jordan, all them. I mean, they're pretty tough. I don't race like I used to. I lost all my friends doing this stuff, man. I probably shouldn't have even started, but it's all right. It is what it is.
And third place on the day here for Dalton Ledbetter and the number 32 team coming home to round out the podium tonight here in North Wilkesboro. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, sir. Thank you.
And there we have it. Dalton Ledbetter rounds out the podium for tonight's race here in North Wilkesboro. Thank you for your time.
Yep.
Ledbetter on the move. Final man in our podium tonight gets it done on the number 32. 3 fantastic drivers up in front. And overall, comes down to one man getting it done for the win. Dalton Ledbetter going to be in third. Cody Pace going to be second. And Blake Thronberg comes back for his 5th win in a row. How about this one? The number 22 machine goes for a 5th consecutive victory and gets it done yet again. Fantastic driving all around from start to finish for all these drivers. A very clean race from flag to flag, and another race in the books here in the Pitwall Podcast Stock Car Tour. This has been the Ruth Signs 125 for the North Wilkesboro Speedway, and looks like it comes down to another win for this 22 team. 5th in a row as they go next to the Five Flag Speedway in Pensacola, Florida to keep the season going. Maybe now there might be another driver winning after night, but it looks like 6 in a row is now the quest for Blake Thronberg, and this number 22 team. We'll find out next week whether or not they can get it done on Elevated TV. That's our next broadcast scheduled here on the channel, so be sure to stick around and subscribe to Elevated TV if you enjoyed tonight's presentation. As it's been all night long here on Saturday night, Sunday night as a matter of fact, I'm a bit lost on dates. Being your host for tonight's broadcast, David Kreutz. Great to be here alongside the FTN crew to bring you all the presentation of this amazing show in North Wilkesboro. If you enjoyed the action, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the Elevated TV crew. I'm sure they appreciate it greatly as they put on a lot of effort to get this season going, and glad to help them out, step in and keep things going, keep the ball rolling indeed in a fantastic race here in North Wilkesboro. Thank you all for stopping by here in the Elevated TV broadcast of the Pitwall Podcast Stock Car Tour. And if you enjoy the action yet again, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Your support would mean the world to this channel. We thank you all for your time dearly as viewers and hope to have you whenever we're live here with the Pitwall Podcast Stock Car Tour. Thank you all once again, and we hope you all have a great night. This has been Elevated TV and Fireball Talks NASCAR, bringing you the Pitwall Podcast Stock Car Tour.